What's up, guys? I think this is episode 34.
This is the first time for a lot of things. First time that it's, 10 o'clock?
Yeah.
First time.
I think. I know we had a late one once, early on.
Well, it got late.
Yeah.
Anyways, it's 9:50 right now. I just got back from running the Ragnar Bourbon Trail. A little shiny piece of metal right there. That was hard.
Close to a marathon. All three of your legs.
Yeah,
right?
I ran 20. I ran 21 miles total. Yeah.
Just shy.
I think when we do it, we need to do the 6-man.
Yeah.
The ultra, the.
Let's go.
That'd be more fun. We get some dogs together. A year from now, you'd be a dog.
The great lock-in.
Yeah.
The great lock-in.
Well, I figure we can talk about that whole experience.
Sure. Let's get into it.
So,
you ready?
It starts off wild. So Thursday night, I got a Bambino flag game, right? This is just going to be a big story time episode.
Big story time, just like the marathon.
So, but this is better because we're in person. But I start off Thursday night. We go have a flag football game, and we win, which was pretty huge. Got us into the playoffs for next week.
Let's go.
So we win, and we go eat at Texas Roadhouse. Yankees are playing. Yankees end up winning, so that's good. Thursday night. Yankees got slobber knocked today, but it is what it is. But we win, go to Roadhouse. I get home probably around 11:30. Mm-hmm. And keep in mind, I got to be in Danville at 2:45 a.m. So I get home at 11:30. I maybe sleep for an hour. I think my watch said like an hour and 20 minutes. Had a sleep score of like
3.
something like that. It was bad. My Garmin watch was hating me the past 2 days. So I get up and I fly over to Danville. It was fun.
Picked up the GoPro.
Yeah, picked up the GoPro. I felt like I was robbing Raina's car. Opened it up and got the GoPro and dipped real fast. But I get to the Big Lots parking lot. I'm there about 10, 15 minutes early. And like I roll in at like 2:30. And I roll in and this one car comes in. I just assume it's somebody in our group, right? Because we're all meeting there. This car rolls in, this little red car. And I pick up the GoPro and start filming myself talking. I didn't get a lot of GoPro footage, but I started filming myself talking. And I start hearing this screaming. I look over to the right. These two are getting in an argument in the car over next to them. Well, they're not happy.
Of course they are.
They're getting an argument. Well, this old beat down Suburban rolls up. This guy gets out without a shirt on in a baggie. I'm like, I'm leaving.
Yeah.
And we made eye contact too. I looked over and he looked right at me. I hit start on my car and I put it in drive and I dipped. I'm like, I do not want to witness a drug deal right now and get shot and die in the Big Lots parking lot in Danville, Kentucky at 2:45 in the morning. That's not what I want on my gravestone, all right?
That'd be one way to go, brother.
So I just go drive around for a little bit and I roll back in. They're gone. Thankfully, those 2 cars are gone. Then we get in the van. And keep in mind, I've met David Anderson a few times. You know, him and Dad went to high school. They were best friends way back. And I've met the other one. I've met Doug, which he was on our team. And I met Charles back at Cheddar's about a couple weeks ago. Yeah. And Charles has founded this app called Run Safe. You might be able to see it on the shirt. Run Safe. Our team name was Run Safe by the Bell. And it's a pretty neat app. It's basically Life 360 for runners.
Well, that's cool.
And so the inspiration behind it was, a lot of women go out on runs and they don't feel safe because they're just by themselves, and like you see all the stories of the girls getting kidnapped and stuff like that. So you can start a run on your phone and it'll track you the whole time. You can put in a watcher, like someone you care about, to like track you on your phone while you're running, and as soon as you end it, it'll end your like it'll track you your whole time. So say you're going out on a run, and Raina's like, "Hey, when are you going to be home?" It's like, well, I really don't know. Well, she can see where you're at while you're running.
That's really good.
And it shows you can put in how far you're running. Say I'm running 3 miles, and it'll show up on the app. Well, you got a mile and a half to go, 2 miles to go, whatever. So it's a neat app. It's a really good idea, and this was the beta for it, basically, the first stuff. And his company just sponsored the whole thing for us. I didn't pay a dime out of any of it, so it was nice. Anyways, but I figured I'd shout that out for a little bit. Run Safe by the Bell. Just Run Safe. Run Safe. Then our team name was By the Bell. But so we get in the van, and I'm looking around. I'm feeling in my pocket. I'm like, oh no, I've left my AirPods in my car. And so we were probably about 3 minutes down the road. I said, guys, can we turn around? And so I turn around and get the AirPods, and it's about an hour drive to Claremont from Danville.
Yeah.
To the Jim Beam Distillery. We get to the Jim Beam Distillery. I try to sleep, try to get comfortable in that van. It's a nice van. It's big. Let's see, 3, 6, 9, 12 passenger van. It's a real nice van. He rented it. And so we get there, try to get sleeping in a little bit, and they take off at 5:15 in the morning. I get back in the van, and I try to snooze a little bit, and I'm sleeping on and off. But we're going through. So the deal was, I really had no clue what was going on. I was just there for the ride, really.
Yeah.
It took me a little bit to finally understand the whole grasp of it. So this whole running culture is kind of an odd experience. Because, I see running as just going out and trying to keep weight off or trying to maintain or just something that I do every day. It's just a part of my daily routine.
Yeah.
These people see running as an event that I'm like some of the people they do this every weekend. Like they go every week, not to this scale, but they go run a race every weekend.
Really?
Either it's a 10K, half marathon, 5K. Like some of these people, they just go and they don't treat it as a race. They treat it as an event, as
something fun to
fun to do. And every race I'm a part of, I treat it as I'm trying to go win. I'm not trying to. I'm gonna try to do my best in this.
Let's just try to make it.
And so it was very interesting to see that kind of perspective of things. And the vans were all decorated. We had markers painted on the vans and lights on the vans and all this stuff. So our group takes off. The first group, the earliest group was 5 a.m. from Jim Beam Distillery takes off. Ours was 5:15. We were the second group because we had 2 vans on our 12-man team. We had my van then we had the other van. I'm speaking twice now for whatever reason.
Right.
But so we started off first, which I'm thankful for because we ran in either early morning or late night when the sun wasn't out and hot because that sun was deadly. It was like 83, not a cloud in the sky during the days, both days. It was awful. But we're running around. And it finally gets my turn, and David, he keeps telling me, Gabe, don't treat this like a race. Treat it like it's just something fun to do. Because he's not telling me about how bad this course I'm about to run is. He doesn't want to get that. He's like, Gabe, just don't go out and don't try to kill yourself. Just go out and have fun with it. Take it easy. I'm like, okay, David, I will. And I'm glad he told me that. Because if I'd have started out hot, I'd have been dead. I'd have been on the side of the road.
Jeez.
But because he had everything planned out. There was so much planning that goes into that I just neglected and didn't even realize how much planning goes into it. About who's running this where and when and where, and you got to be at this spot at this time so you can meet the next guy that's handing off. And so, we had this little slap bracelet that had a tracker on it, and that was your relay. So
Gotcha.
you give that to the next guy. And so Doug, there's 4 guys in front of me running. So Doug was running before me. And so we're running along, And we end up passing everybody in the 4:15 or the 5 o'clock group, and everybody in the 5:15 group. So Doug's leading. He's winning the race right now. Out of everybody running so far, he's leading, and he gives me the bracelet, and I take off just kind of at an easy pace. Then the guy that was in second place finished or crossed about a minute after Doug did. Well, I just take off, and it's kind of lonely because you really don't know where you're going. Like I had this app on the phone. It wasn't Run Safe. It was like Run Go or something, and it had the course on it, but it wasn't like directions. I was just trying to kind of follow along, and my first leg was 9.6 miles. Like it was a long ways, and so I was taking off. I wrote down. You had to submit a time, so I wrote down 7 minutes for my time pace, and I was trying to just stay at that.
Yeah.
Stay at 7 minutes, not try to go too deep. Fast or too slow, just try to stay at 7 minutes. And so I run from, Bardstown, I think is where I was. Bardstown at Heaven Hill Distillery. So I run from there to the end of the street to the McDonald's. I took a right on this intersection, and there's just heavy traffic going left and right. And you're running on the shoulder about as wide as this table.
Yeah.
And it says, there's a sign that says, run in the grass. Well, the grass is on a slant like this. I'm not running in the grass. I'll roll an ankle because I got my Vomero Pluses on. The stack height is huge on them.
Yeah.
Like, I'll roll an ankle. So I'm running on the side of the road, cars flying by me. And they're probably like, what is this idiot doing? Like, so I'm probably on that for about maybe half a mile, if that, maybe shorter than that. And I take a ride on these country roads. And so I'm running along, and it's mostly flat. I'm like, okay, this is fine. Well, I hit mile 2. You thought Somerset Hills were bad.
What's rough?
I hit mile 2, and I'm like staring straight up. I'm like, oh my gosh. I actually took a video of the first one. I was too tired to take a video of the other ones. Let me find it here. So, this is what I say.
2.5 miles in. What is this hill, man? What are we doing?
What are we doing?
What is this hill, man?
But you can kind of see how steep it is,
Yeah.
but it looked a lot steeper in person. So that was like the first big hill I saw, and it got worse than that. You know, like when we're running around Regis Road, and there's that one big uphill right past Flynn's? Imagine that, but long. And times about 10 of them, just up and down, up and down. Those hills are so, you couldn't take a semi up or down some of them hills. Semi wouldn't make it up, and if you make it down, you ain't stopping. Like, the brakes are going out. Like, you get down, or you're going down, the downhills were harder than the uphills. Mm-hmm. Because you can't just take off flying or you're going to face plant. And now I'm not going to stop and walk. Like, that's just not happening. You know, I'm not going to stop and walk down the hill. So I was trying to trot down the hills. I got my body weight all the way back, trying to not fall, quads burning. Then you get down to the hill, then you kind of catch your breath. You're catching your breath on the downhill. But then on the uphills, I'm running basically on my toes almost. And then I've got all my body forward, just staring at the ground, because as soon as you look up, it's just, oh my goodness, I got so much farther to go. And so I just keep going and trucking, and I'm trying to stay around the 7-minute pace, but it's 9.6 miles of just straight. It's long, and it's long. Like, it's hard. But then you get around the 7 mile marker, and I hit, I guess, the runner's high is what the people call it. And I look over this valley and these cornfields, and like the sun's peeking out. I'm like, this is worth it right here. Just seeing that view. It was awesome. It was awesome for the 30 seconds I got to witness it. Like, I'm like, oh, what am I doing? Then it came to the thought, like, this is a crazy use of free will. Like, it really is.
Yeah.
It's like, what am I doing right now? It's 9 o'clock in the morning. I'm in the middle of nowhere. I don't even know where I'm at right now. I'm following signs on the road to tell me where to go. And so then you get down in this, and you got this big long straight stretch. It's kind of like when you're going out Pea Ridge, soccer fields on the right, and then big open fields on the left.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like that, only real long. And then you're running through there, and cars are coming, but there's not a lot. Then you go up this other hill, and I finally see this little Catholic church out in the middle of nowhere, where my finish line is. I'm like, bet, here we go. We're running, get to go. So I'm like sprinting because like this is a race. So I'm like trying to get there, and I give the bracelet to Sarah, and I'm like, and she doesn't take off. I'm like, why is she not running? We were so far ahead, we had to wait 45 minutes before we could even start running to the next station because the people at Maker's Mark weren't set up yet. They weren't going to be set up till 11. We were so far ahead because
Too fast, man.
because we started.
Too fast
We
and
had
too
our
furious.
we had our time set up for 5:45 because that's when we were supposed to start in the morning. Well, we got pushed up to 5:15, and so I ran my leg at a 7:15 pace, which was slower than I wrote down. But everyone else was running faster than they wrote down on the team so far. So we had to wait there for 45 minutes. And what the crazy part was, it was 30 minutes before the guy in second place crossed that line from that leg. I gapped him by 29 minutes.
Dude, that's
I gapped the guy in second by 29 minutes
crazy.
on that
Crazy.
on that route. It was nuts. It was absolutely nuts. But yeah, that was fun. So I post on, it goes to Strava, right? And so the guy that won the Somerset Half Marathon is in the Bourbon Chase. He comments on my thing. He said, "I'm doing the same legs as you. That hill sucked."
That's so funny.
And I actually ran my first two legs faster than he did.
Really?
Yeah. And his third leg, he beat me by 5 seconds a mile. So I was pretty happy with that.
Yeah.
I stayed competitive with him from that. But he might have not have been taking it as serious as I was too. So,
You know, take what you can get, buddy.
but yeah, then we get to Maker's Mark, and Maker's Mark has basically this big party. Have all these booths set up. You can buy like I bought a custom Bourbon Chase bourbon bottle. I showed you out in the car earlier. I put that up on the shelf with all the dad's
There
UK
you go.
one, Calipari ones and stuff. So I think that'll be cool. But had all that and got to see them dip the bottles and the filling stations and all that stuff. So, but after that, we went to David's because Van 2 picked up, and they're going to run for like 5 or 6 hours probably until we need to go meet them up again. So we went to David's, and I slept for a little bit in the baby shark room.
Baby shark.
So David's got like 8 grandkids, crazy. And so he's got this little room just for the grandkids and had a bed in there and a bunch of all these toys. He said, "Gabe, I'm going to give you this room. I hope you don't mind." I said, "It's a bed. I need to lay down." And so I laid down and
With the Bucky's blanket.
with the Bucky's blanket, and I slept for about 2 hours, if that. We actually ate. I had 2 big old sandwiches I ate before I went to sleep, just try to replenish a little bit. But then we went out. Then we went to downtown Danville after that at 8:00 that night, and then so we get to downtown Danville, and it's another big party. But Van 2's running a little bit slower than their projected time, right?
Gotcha.
So we're sitting around there forever, just waiting and waiting and waiting. And we finally get to where we take off. And our first guy takes off running. And so I get back in the van, and I think I fall asleep. I really don't know, to be honest with you. I mean,
I hate when you
it was
do
a
that.
blur. The past 2 days have been a blur. And so I get in the van, and it's coming up my turn to run around 11. About 11:30 is when I take off running. So I'm running in Junction City, which is neat because that's where Dad grew up. Dad grew up in Junction City. He went to Junction City Junction City Elementary. And so I take off running from Junction City Elementary parking lot. And I've got 3.3 miles from Junction City Elementary to the Lowe's in Danville. And so it's across this back road, which was kind of neat because that's where David Anderson grew up, was on this lane. I forget the name of the road was called.
On that road?
Yeah, that I was
That is
running
cool.
on. So, I mean, it was nice. It was 11:30 at night. It was about 58 degrees, perfect weather. Had to wear a headlamp and a reflective vest, but it didn't bother me none. And I took off. I'm like, I'm putting the Alpha Flies on. I'm going. Because I looked, it's flat, completely flat, barely any uphill. Besides towards the end, the highway's kind of a slight gradual grade. I'm like, I'm just gonna go. I run the first mile, 6:45. I turn in a 7-minute pace on the paper. I'm like, I don't care about the paper. I'm just gonna go see how fast I can do it. I turn in a first mile 6:45. My Garmin's telling me in my AirPods, and then I'm like, I'm feeling great right now. And because that first mile was just kind of like a warm up. I'm running and I'm not looking at my watch because I don't want to know how far I'm going and I don't want to know how fast I'm going. I just know I'm moving right now. But I get a notification in my ear. Second mile, 6:13. I'm like, what? I'm like,
Cooking.
what? And so I'm like, that's nuts for the amount of sleep I have.
Yeah.
And I've got a body battery of 5. We were joking in the van. I said, "What happens if my body battery goes down to 0? Do I die?" Like we were joking in the van. I'm like, I don't know what happened. So I took off. I got a body battery of 5, is what Garmin's saying. I'm running off 2 hours of sleep, and if that, and just absolutely tired. I'm just ran a 6:13 mile in the middle of Junction City at 11:30 at night. Like, what in the world are you doing? Next mile, or 6:13. Next mile, 6:18 mile, and I'm just flying. Then I get up here to a point. It was probably about a mile left, and I see a bunch of these flashing lights. I'm like, well, that's odd. There hasn't been any like police escorts or anything. This car's in the ditch. I think they were trying to dodge a runner or something, like running. I think they were
Are you serious?
trying to like dodge them on the road or got distracted or something. This car's in the ditch. We've got fire trucks and ambulances and police cars. And I'm like looking and running. I'm like, well, they've got it under control. And I'm passing these 2 dudes on my left, and I'm like trying to weave around them. And I look over, and I don't even say nothing because I'm like, I'm locked in. And I put up I think a 19:42 5K out of that time.
Gosh.
I can't remember what the total. I think the total leg was like
Gosh. Dude.
21 minutes for that leg. But I averaged a 6:24 pace on that leg, and so I was getting after it there, but then after Sarah had to run her last leg, and I forget where she went from. I got in the van and just totally like. It's so late at night, you don't know where you're at, and it's not my job to keep up with where we're going, so I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
And so we eventually end up back at David's house about 2 a.m. And so I go back in the Baby Shark room and take me a little nap from about 2 to 4, or like 2 to 4:30. Then we go and meet back up with everybody else at the movie theater there in Danville. And then we take off to, I don't even know, because I'm sleeping in the van. And we end up somehow in Versailles. That's the next thing I remember, is we're in this park in Versailles, and David's coming back. It's David's turn to run. I'm like, he's the second runner of the van. I missed the first guy taking off. I felt bad, but that I missed him like taking off and coming back. But I was snoozing the van but he comes back, and I start kind of waking up a little bit, and my third leg, I'm running at I started about 8:30, I think, in the morning is when I started it. And so there's this thing called kills, right? So every person you pass, you get a kill. And like they'll mark it with the marker on the vans is how many kills we have as a team, which is, I guess, is a fun little thing to do. But my first leg, I didn't get any kills because I was leading the whole time and gapped them by 29 minutes. My second leg was only 3 miles, and I got 13 kills on that second leg. I passed 13 people. And
So do you have to keep up with that?
yeah, it's just something you keep up with in your head. So, unconfirmed.
Yeah.
13 unconfirmed, right? And so for that second leg. So my third leg, I take off, and I start counting them, and I'm like, I want to get to 30 total for the race. So I'm like, I'm passing, or for the whole thing. So I'm passing. There's 1, there's 2, there's 3. And I'm getting about 4 miles in. I'm like, there's 15, 16. And like, so I'm just passing a lot of these people. And keep in mind, this leg is mostly downhill. It's a net negative, right? From the end to the finish, it's like a net negative elevation gain, which was lovely. But there were still some hills a little bit. You hit the 10K mark. It was about 5.8 miles is what my watch said. I look up. I'm like, there's the hill that I saw on the map. Like this is it, and because it's basically down here, then whoop, then it keeps going down. So I'm like, here's that hill. I think I passed close to 9 people going from that whole total hill, and it was probably about 0.8 to a mile long. That hill was.
Jeez.
It was tough. It was tough because it was just slow and steady.
Slow grade.
Yeah. But it was neat because you're running through horse country through there, and so there's like horses, and there's also some cattle. And these horses had these masks over their face. Mm-hmm. Well, I learned that it was to keep flies out of their eyes. Yeah. Well, I'm like, why do they have that on there? I'm looking over. I'm like, are they like having them on there to blind them so they don't chase the people running by? That's what I thought. That's what made sense in my mind at the time. And I later found out, no, it's just because they had flies in their eyes. Keep flies out. And they can actually see out of them. They're not just blinding them. Yeah. Yeah, I'll later find that out. But anyways, so we were going through, and I hit that hill, and I'm getting after it. My watch it's not telling me in my ear how fast I'm going because I'm listening to music. Well, I was listening to music in that other one too. It just wasn't doing it every time for whatever reason. Mm-hmm. I don't know. And I was holding consistent 640s, 650s. I was holding consistent. I had a couple like 620s, or 630s, but the hills really got me there towards the end. I put up like a 719 and a 715, I think, or something like 709 or something like that. But I finished that last leg at a 650 pace, 8.5 miles. It was hard. That last one was hard. And I was trying to sprint towards the end just to get as fast as I could. And as soon as I handed that bracelet off, I caught a cramp in my left hamstring. Ooh. Just like I got at the marathon. Same exact spot. Thankfully, I was done running. I handed it off, and I started limping. And oh, my goodness, I could not stretch it out. It hurt so bad. But I had the Rocky shorts on. And I was just dripping in sweat. And it wasn't even that hot. It was just, I was just going and going and going. But we get there, and I can't even think straight, like, because I'm just tired and worn out. I'm like, well, I'm done with all this running. We just got one more leg, and I can go sleep for a little bit, and we go get our medal tonight. And So Sarah takes off, and poor Sarah, this last one, it was only 3.5 miles or something like that. But oh my goodness, it was the worst course in the race. I'd hate to have it because it was straight uphill. There was no downhills. It was the Millville Hill, or Mill, whatever what David called it. I can't remember where it was. It was just past Woodford Reserve. It was neat running past Woodford Reserve because you could smell the bourbon. Like, I took a corner and it just punched you in the face. The bourbon did. It was really neat. But she was running straight uphill the whole time. But that part looked rough. But then we get to Frankfurt, and she's running to Frankfurt basically. And we get to Frankfurt, and we park in this big old parking lot. And this is the big exchange zone where Van 1 and Van 2 meet together. And so I'm walking around, and there's 250-something teams in this race. And so it's odd that you see the number 1 van, like team number 1. So I saw their van, and I saw them in there. They had the door open. They were just kind of all hanging out and stuff, resting. And I walk up. I said, "How did you guys get number 1?" And he said, "Well, because we're the best." And it's a bunch of like girls in their 30s, I'd say, a bunch of women in their 30s from South Dakota. And there was one from London, England, that they introduced me to. And they had it decked out in USA, had American flags drawn on. They all had the USA gear on. And we were talking for a little bit. She says, "Where are you from?" So, "Well, I'm right here in Kentucky." She's like, "Oh, okay." And we're talking. And out of the blue, the driver, I guess the captain, she said, "Can I have your pants?" I said, "What?"
I still can't get over that, man.
She said, "Can I have your pants?" I said, "Huh?" She said, "Yeah, can I run in your pants for the rest of the race?" I said, "No." She said, "Why? I'll give them back to you at the finish line." I said, "We might not see each other at the finish line. You're not taking my pants."
Did it come off as flirty? Or was it just weird?
It was weird.
Because now, the thing I can't wrap my mind around is what life experiences do you have? You mid-30s?
Yeah.
Good guess.
Yeah.
What life experiences do you have in 35 years
To ask that question to
that
somebody.
leads you to asking some kid you just met?
Because you know someone has said yes if she's asking that question. Someone
Exactly.
has said
It's
yes.
worked out before.
She said, "Can I have your pants?" I said, "No."
With confidence?
Yes.
She wasn't like, "Hey, buddy."
No, she said, "Can I have your pants? Can I run in your pants?"
How did the others react? Did it come off as strange to them, or they were just like, "Oh,
They were
yeah,
down for it. She's
Brittany wants his pants," Like,
it was so weird. It was so weird. I said, "No, you cannot have my pants. What am I going to do? Give you my pants right here in the middle of this parking lot and let me just go walk back to my
around
van?
my underwear.
Like, what are we doing, boys or girls?" But
It's so freaking wild. I can't get around that. What leads you? Like, what kind of childhood did you have? What kind of college work experience?
by the way, I was wearing my Rocky Balboa shorts, the USA American flag ones.
What gets you there to that point where you think it's reasonable to just can I run in your pants?
Yeah.
That you've been sweating in?
Yeah.
Like,
I said, "No, you cannot have my pants."
there's a lot of sweat there, you know what I mean? Like, that's a weird request.
It was wild. And this is what I was kind of talking about, the running culture, right? It's the whole Ragnar experience. It was almost like some of the teams, it was almost like cultish. It was weird, some of them.
Don't drink the Kool-Aid, brother.
Like, it was like these people go out and do this like 4 or 5 times a year, some of them. Maybe more.
10 grand a year.
It was absolutely nuts, some of them. Just like they're decked out. One group was dressed up like Charlie Brown running. Like,
why not?
Free will, I guess.
Like,
it's America. I guess you can do whatever you want. But like, there was this one guy running around, no clothes on, in a Speedo, and had this mullet with and it was an American flag Speedo. I'm like, what are we doing right now?
More power to him.
And I saw this guy twice.
Did you
at
know?
11:30 in the morning in Frankfurt, and also at the finish line tonight.
Did you know? Fun piece of information that I learned today. It is completely legal to be nude in public completely illegal in public if it is a form of protest. It is considered exercising your First Amendment right.
That's nuts.
Yeah. Apparently, some bikers are organizing an emergency nudity ride in protest in Oregon.
Oh, I'll stay away. I'll stay away.
Like, what? And the guy that had to bring that one up, you know, he's got to be a bold fella. You know, I want to hang out with him.
Yeah.
We need to invite him to the next cookie.
I don't know if we want to hang out with him.
Maybe not, but, you know, like, I at least want to talk to the guy that brought that up.
Yeah.
Because you got to have some nerves of steel and no shame. Like, I don't like what our local government's doing and our federal government. We should all get on our bikes and ride around naked. And
that'll show them.
And then that flew with the other guys. like, you have to look around. And everybody has to be like, because that's not something that, like, one or two guys buy in on.
And that makes you wonder what experiences of these people had in their life to make it think that's
just
okay.
Just like the pants lady.
That's okay.
Just like the pants lady.
You know, like, it was such an interesting and odd experience being around, because like a lot of these people are from everywhere in the country and even overseas. Like, there's people from
England,
from different countries coming in here just to run the Bourbon Chase.
Makes sense.
Yeah,
and I forget whenever I travel, and like I'll tell somebody I'm from Kentucky, and they're like, "Oh, you love bourbon and horses?"
Yeah.
Like, yeah, bourbon and horses, man. That's all I care about. Thanks.
Yeah.
But I forget that bourbon's like
a big deal.
Kind of a big deal.
Yeah. And so I just don't know how to put it into words. It was just the way that they called everybody runners. It's like, we got runners coming up here. Just the way they said, everyone was saying runners, and everyone was saying just how many legs they are. Like, we got 3.4 miles. We got 2.2 miles. We got, like, they were to the exact point. Yeah. And it makes me think of, there was this video on TikTok about a year ago. It's this guy's like, everyone in their making fun of, it was like everyone in their mid-20s getting into running. Mm-hmm. And then, like, at the end he said, I finally signed up for a half marathon, and it only took me 3 hours. And like, it's like, I got this Bigfoot 10K, this Marshmallow 2.5K. It's just like the video, and it just reminded me of this, because like everyone's talking about the races they've done before and all this other stuff. It's like, I did the leprechaun, I did all this, like, and the jingle jog and the turkey trots and all this stuff. And
whenever
it just
you meet Chris, it'll be a lot of the same thing, because he'll randomly be like, yeah, when I was doing the Rocky Raccoon 200 miler, like, the Rocky Raccoon, it's a 200-mile ultra marathon, and the best they had was Rocky Raccoon. They could have picked something a little cooler than
Rocky
Raccoon.
But it's just such an interesting just vibe you get from them. But everyone in my van was cool, though. I liked everybody in my van. I didn't know any of them, but
that's good.
Really know them, but they were all
I couldn't
cool.
imagine putting myself in that situation where I had to talk to that many people that I don't know.
Yeah,
that's so far out of my comfort zone.
We had 7 people in that van, and I knew one of them barely.
Yeah, I couldn't have done it, man.
And I was sitting there just...
Because what happens when that one guy's on his run? Then you got to talk to these people you don't know at all, and I just, like...
Yeah.
I'd have to be doing my Facebook research.
Behind me was Sarah and Rachel, and they were sisters. I think Rachel was in her 30s, and Sarah was in her 30s, and Rachel might have been maybe in her 30s too, late 20s. I really don't know. I didn't ask. And the guys in front of me, they were older, 50s and 60s. And the guy that was driving the Run Safe, the guy that founded Run Safe, I think he said he was 35. He just had twins, 6 months old, identical twins, and he's got an interesting story too. He went to EKU. He grew up in Lexington, but like during COVID, he was working online, and he just let his lease run out on his house, on his apartment, and he just was still working online and just went to Europe and went to Japan, and just like traveled out during COVID. I'm like, that's awesome.
It's funny when you meet people like that have that like that crazy of a backstory.
Yeah.
And because like I know somebody and they're like, I spent my like 18 to 20 in another country. And I'm like, what?
Yeah.
And now you're back here. But it's just weird.
And he was telling me about real estate in Japan. Dude, we got to look into it. We got to listen to this. He was showing me these houses, huge houses.
Yeah.
Probably here and the land on it, $400,000 in the US. $10,000 in Japan.
No.
US dollars.
No.
Here's the kicker though. You have to be a resident of Japan to buy those houses. Like you have to live in Japan. So that's why all these other people have.
Why don't I save up $20,000 and move to Japan?
Exactly. He said that might be like one of the end goals. Is like because you can just like make a connection, make a buddy in Japan, give him the money, he buys the house. You fix it. You like they're nice houses. You can put, I don't know, buy it for $10,000, put 20 into it to fix it up real nice
and sell it,
or Airbnb live in it, or Airbnb it, and you'd make a killing, bro.
Notes.
You'd make a killing, but the problem is
BGTYB.
You're living in Japan.
Japan edition.
So. But he was telling me about the real estate in Japan. It's nuts. He was showing me.
Like, I'm moving with Godo.
They were huge. Hey, well, shoot, you might know some Japanese.
Yo, Godo's leaving in 2 days, and he's flying back to Japan. I may just hitch a ride with him.
Like he was
showing me the money to put down.
He was showing me these houses like $18,000, $10,000 for a house and tons of land. Absolutely tons of land. Like acres. Like, what's a lot of acres?
Depend.
I don't know.
If you're asking me what's a lot of acres, and I'm thinking like over 100.
I don't think
it's like a whole lot. But like
I'd say like maybe the size of your property here.
The property here?
Yeah.
So like I think it's a little less than 10, maybe.
Yeah. So I'd say about like that.
Because that's
and the house is
that's
big,
a whole lot of property
and the houses,
for most people.
And the houses are bigger than this.
No.
Yeah.
No, dude.
Yeah.
No, I don't believe
nuts.
It. Then
it's nuts.
I heard all these Japanese dudes I work with working. Like, what do they have to do here other than be sad? I told you about Ken's son.
Yep.
I miss my family. It's like that was the whole conversation. Not the whole conversation. I was trying to be nice and talk to the guy.
Yeah. And
I was like, Ken's son, your family live here with you in Kentucky? No, Jacob's son. I said, oh, you visit. He's like, hi, visiting. Yeah. I said, do you like Kentucky? Jacob's son, I miss my family. And then the dude picks up his tools
and leaves,
packing them like this, and just walks off. And I was like, well, great. That guy's going to want to kill me.
But here's the thing. He said, well, it is Japan. Japan has their societal issues. So. Yeah, I don't know.
We have our societal issues.
Yeah. He said, but what country doesn't?
Yeah.
But I don't know. But that was just a little side topic I thought was interesting.
Yeah,
Real estate in Japan might
be an
untapped market. And sorry, Charles, if we steal your idea.
Sorry. I hope the few people that have clicked on this video, I hope you weren't looking for anything productive. It makes
Japanese
sense.
real estate on that market.
Japanese real estate. Like, what are these guys doing here? Why are they flying away from their families to Kentucky if they can just?
It must be bad. It
they
must
can
be bad
spend-
over there, though.
I mean, these guys make good money here.
Yeah.
Like, you gotta be a dog for them to fly you to America
Yeah.
to do this stuff.
Yeah.
Because, like, I don't want to say too much, but, like, we can figure most of our stuff out, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, we've got smart people, we've got
Yeah.
engineers, so for them to spend all the extra money to fly you here away
Yeah.
from your family, make it worth your time, because they don't come, like, I go on week trips to North Carolina, they
They
come
for
here
months.
for, like, 6 months out of the year.
Yeah.
So I don't
know. I just
and
what I found out.
to my understanding, they get paid USD while they're here.
Yeah.
If they're getting paid USD while they're here, then why don't they just, like, buy up land and then? I don't know.
I don't know. It's crazy.
I'm not going to try and figure that out tonight.
It's crazy, but that was kind of a nice awakening for me at 8:45 this morning. I was learning about Japanese real estate in the middle of for sales Kentucky. So that was it, dude. I'm telling you, I went to so many places the past. Well, the race was 200 something miles total.
200-ish.
Yeah, 200-ish is what the medal says. And I can't even tell you where I went, to be honest with you, because I really wasn't paying attention, to be honest. I was so tired. I'm so tired right now.
Well,
and,
we got to be doing pretty good on time here.
Yeah. But overall, it was a great experience. But anyways, to get back to the story time.
Yeah.
But we leave Frankfurt after that woman tried to take my pants. And
A wild sentence.
And we went to Danville, and I went to David's house and got my car and packed up, and I went to my grandma's and hung out there for a little bit, took a nap, and took a shower. It was nice. First shower I had in 2 days. After, I guess it's Thursday morning, so yeah, today's Saturday.
Jeez,
so yeah,
man.
yeah, it was basically I felt like I was on the road. Well, I guess I was on the road, but like a rock star type deal. You know, you just like eating
wild schedule,
peanut butter crackers,
anything you can,
nerd gummy clusters, so many Gatorades.
Yeah.
And
buy out the Costco again.
Yeah, it's just like anything you can snack on. And yeah, then I go from my grandma's and we go to Lexington from Danville. So I drive from Danville up to Nicholasville, which right on the Fayette County, Jessamine County line is where we met at, because it was easier for me to drive home from there instead of riding the van from Danville there back to Danville. Then so whatever. Mm-hmm. So I just drove up there. Then we got back in the van. Then we went to the finish line. Very close to Rupp Arena. I don't know what that park was called. It was by this other distillery. And we go down there and we wait there for a while because van 2 took a lot longer than we thought they were going to. But it is what it is. And we got our medals, nice shiny medals, and it's got a little, I think it's neat, it's got a little bottle opener on it.
Oh, that's cool.
So
I was trying to figure out what that was a second ago.
At least I assume that's what it is.
Yeah, that's what it
looks like. The back of them, if you put 12 of them together, they make this big old map. If I remember, I'll put the picture in.
That's neat.
I don't know if I showed you that picture or not.
No, you didn't. It does make sense that the culture's that weird.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, that's cool.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, you get a lot of expressive people in their running.
Yeah.
It's like comparable to art, the way runners seem to be expressive. Mm-hmm. It's like all the, what are those shorts? Chicken leg shorts? Is that the brand?
Chicken leg.
Yeah, we checked them out at Skills or Shields, whatever you want to call it.
I don't know. Short chicken leg shorts.
Yeah, but they were like they'd have ducks on them or like just weird stuff.
Oh, okay.
But they're for running. Like, they're
Oh,
running
yeah,
shorts.
Yeah, okay.
But like you see a lot of those, and like you've got Rocky shorts.
Yeah.
It's just interesting that runners can be that expressive.
Mm-hmm. And like the people dressing up like Charlie Brown. Like the one girl was the Great Pumpkin, and she had an inflatable pumpkin outfit on. I'm like, were you running in that? Like, that is nuts if you were. Absolutely nuts. And they went all out, the Charlie Brown team. And it was also interesting because I kind of looked at it like a cruise. On a cruise, you'll walk on the ship and you'll see somebody in that lobby, and you'll see them every single day.
Yeah.
You also see somebody in that lobby that you won't see again on the rest of the trip. Then you'll see somebody when you're getting off the ship that you've never seen in your life, even though you've been on that same ship with them the whole time. It was very similar. You'd see the same people. Like, we'd see the same people at each stop, but we'd also see new people at each stop and stuff. And so I thought that aspect was cool. And if I wasn't so tired and was feeling more expressive, I guess I could have made a lot of friends. But you definitely have the opportunity to meet a lot of people and make connections. But most of our stops were at nighttime. And, but it was fun. It was a neat experience. I think if I do it again, definitely have to go with people I know.
Yeah.
And I think that would make it 10 times more fun, which I loved it. I enjoyed every bit of it. But doing it with people that you know and that are dogs, like we can get out and go get after it. That'd be fun. I was thinking if we did do like a 6-man relay, we can just get the church van.
There you go.
Next year.
You don't.
Me, you, Andrew.
You don't
Farmer.
do like a rented van through them.
No, you just rent like from Enterprise. Or
Oh,
whatever.
really?
Yeah.
Huh.
Like you gotta go rent your own. There was some.
I would have thought it was like combined.
No. You get your. Like some people had like these nice ones. I mean, we had like a Ford Transit, and it looked like it was a brand new 2025, 2026. The TV on it was huge. It had USB.
It's big enough you call it a TV.
Yeah, it had USB ports on the side. Like on every single row, there was a USB port you could plug into. The air conditioning was cold. The heat was hot. I mean, it was nice.
Nice vehicle.
Yeah, it was a nice vehicle. And but Charles went and rented that for us, and he had to go up to Cincinnati and rent it because everywhere nearby was booked out.
For that?
Yeah. Huh. Like everyone had very similar vehicles. There were some, like they had the G-Wagons. Like some people were big ball and had G-Wagons rolling around in.
Sprinter vans.
Sprinter vans.
Yeah, dude.
There was some nice ones.
Boy, I had a run-in with a Sprinter van. I don't know if I told you about that. Boy, I had a run-in with a Sprinter van. I probably shouldn't talk about it on here.
We'll talk about it off camera.
We'll talk about it off camera. Not my proudest moment, I'll admit. I'm my father's son. I'll say that. I don't know if you've ever been in the truck with TK when he gets fired up, man. But boy, he's hard to calm down when he gets that way.
But
I was in 10 miles from Jackson. That happened. I'll tell you about it later. Okay.
So, yeah, I mean, it was a good experience. I'm definitely worn out. I'm glad I got my fall break coming up Monday and Tuesday, but I'm running tomorrow, well, I guess Sunday, when this is being uploaded, with Berkeley in Lexington at 2:00 in the afternoon tomorrow, a 10K or a 5K, Dance Blue, some fundraiser thing, and yeah. How long have we been going?
I don't know.
57 minutes. Good deal.
That's not bad.
Good deal. Better than last week.
Yeah.
Last week was rough. I didn't even listen to last week's episode, to be honest with you.
No, I didn't either. I didn't want to.
I didn't promote it on Snapchat. Nope. I just let it be.
Yeah.
I just let it be.
It happens, man. Sometimes you're the hammer, sometimes you're the nail.
But I'm going to do that tomorrow and hopefully survive and thrive and
Yeah.
get after it.
This hasn't been the most productive episode, but it has been.
It's been fun.
This has been one of the most fun episodes we've done in a while.
Yeah.
I think we might want to consider like a separate show for this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it could probably be on the same accounts. And
You've
everything.
mentioned it before, the after
I have,
hours.
like after hours or something. Because this is fun. I don't even know. Because
Yeah.
that'd be a whole nother schedule and
Yeah. I mean,
more filming we'd have to do.
I enjoy doing this. It's just with your schedule and my schedule, it's hard for both of us to sit down and really go full in on it to the ability that we actually need to.
Yeah.
Like,
it's tough.
Like, you were gone all week, and
Yeah.
like
Have to call Monday morning to leave tomorrow.
Yeah, I mean it's 10:45 on Saturday night. This thing's gonna be up at 1 tomorrow. You know, so like it's gonna be.
I think
It's gonna be up at 1, Jake.
All right.
It's gonna be up at 1. That's
I
what the
know.
Bible says. So yeah, it's scheduling's hard. We should have a new guest coming up soon. I need to talk to you about that. I also need to talk to him about that tomorrow. So we'll hopefully get that guest on here, and it should be fun and
Definitely.
great story. Ragnar, Bourbon Chase. I recommend it if anyone's brave or stupid enough to do it. Go running the Ragnar Bourbon Chase. It was fun. 200 miles. I ran 21 of them. So like, you think you might not be in shape for it, but you see some of the people that do go out and do it. Like, you could do it. It's hard. It sucks, but it's a good hard. And, it's something that makes you proud to do and be a part of. So, yeah. We got any scripture over there?
I didn't have any ready. Let's see if we can find something here.
Oh, goodness
Let's
gracious.
get a little scripture in.
I was thinking of Romans 5:3 a lot when I was running, because I wore my racing uniform or whatever, the Be Good to Your Brother, and on the back Romans 5:3.
We can hit on that again.
Glory in our sufferings, because suffering produces perseverance. I was thinking about that a lot, and hopefully that made a influence on some people when I ran by them. The 27 people I ran by on that last leg. I got 40 unconfirmed kills in that. In that. Past 27 there at that last one unconfirmed. But man, that cramp that killed me. But I don't know. Let's get a little verse of the day action here. Matthew 7:8. For everyone who asks receives, the one who seeks finds, and the one who knocks, the door will be opened.
We talked about that at work the other night, actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we were. It started out kind of half-hearted, and then it got like kind of a legit conversation. Because I always tell people at work, like if I'm picking on somebody like Jimmy, I'll be like, Jimmy, man, I asked God for patience if I didn't think He'd make me work for you today. But I said something like that, and we kind of got talking about it and talking about how people will say, like, it's one of my pet peeves to hear. And whenever people will be like, God won't give you anything more than you can handle.
Yeah.
That's the whole point, is that we can't do it without Him.
Yeah.
That is the whole point. And stuff happens. Sometimes you got to suffer and make it through.
Yeah.
Persevere.
Yeah, that's a neat little verse there. It reminds you to pray, really, is what that forever asks receives, the one who seeks finds, and the ones who knocks, the door will be open. So if you're seeking God, like you're seeking a relationship with Jesus Christ, it's there. But you ain't gonna find it if you ain't looking for it. You know. So that's kind of a good reminder for us, and you got to be constantly going and trying to find it, because if you're not, you're just being stagnant and being complacent.
Yeah. I think the best way to do that is to be in like a constant state of prayer.
Mm-hmm.
Because like I struggled for a long time. I didn't understand. Because like I went to church and I was doing some of the right things, but people were like talking about going deeper with God, and I was like, how? It just doesn't make sense. And then I kind of geared my mindset more toward trying to always be thinking about what I'm doing, how I'm serving God, how I can do it better, and how I can influence people.
Yeah.
But not to say I have it figured out, because I definitely don't.
Mm-hmm. Well, everything hurts. I'm tired.
We'll wrap it up.
I think we might be time to wrap it up. Yeah, we might, if we can ever get the schedule figured out, I'd love to do more with this show, honestly, and put more into it. And I was talking to Charles about it today. He's like, yeah, it's like I got to a point in my life, I had so many things, like my hats and hand in so many pots, or whatever the saying is, doing so many things. You can't do all those things effectively. You just got to put the blinders on and go for one thing. And he said that's what he's doing with the Run Safe app. Like, he's just going all in on that, you know. So, that was just kind of a relatable moment. It's like, well, I've got so much stuff going on, I can't give 100% to any of it, and it feels like I'm neglecting all of it, if that makes any sense. But so it's like I missed Friday night's football game to be in this Bourbon Trail. Like, I missed senior night for them, and wasn't able to do the PA because I was running that race. So it's just got so much stuff going on. You can't do it all, and you can't do it all well, you know. So something to think about for sure. Something to think about. But yeah, I think I prayed last time. If you want to, if you
I got us,
don't got anything else to add.
No, I think that's it.
So, all right.
God, thank you for today, Lord, and thank you for all the wonderful blessings we have. Thank you for the opportunity to get together with Gabe here and talk and share some scripture, and hopefully we talked about something productive over the last hour. And God, I thank you for Gabe. I'm glad he was safe. I'm glad he did well in his race the past couple of days, and I hope that you'll continue to help us, guide us, so that we can grow the show and share your glory and forgive us where we fall short. In Christ's name we pray. Amen.
Amen. Oh, we figured out the lighting situation.
A little bit.
And that's the most important thing. Because the last time we shot in the dark, it looked like garbage. But hey, what is this, episode 34?
34? That's a wrap on 34, man.
We're getting to 52. We're getting closer and closer.
My binder here's, I'm through more of it than I have left.
Today was day 790 for me, so I'm closing in on 810 days and closing in on 1,000. So we're getting there in the numbers and the consistency aspect of things. But yeah, 34.
All right, guys. Thank you for listening. We love you.
Jesus loves you.
Be good to your brother.